So have you ever tried writing with a ballpoint pen holding it upside down? It doesn't really work as we are acting against gravity. The same way, regular pens don't work in space because there is no gravitational force there. And every pen has a different viscosity of ink suitable for a particular temperature range. This is why the ink does not flow to the ball sufficiently. So initially, wood pencils were used for writing by NASA and Soviet space programs. A wood pencil is actually the easiest to use because we know we've all used it, and it does not have really moving parts attached to it apart from the sharpener and eraser which we constantly need to use. However, this pencil contains the most risks because it constitutes of wood, graphite and also the eraser, which are combustible and create dust. Graphite, which is the lid, particularly burns to produce and create dust that conducts electricity. The next one was the mechanical pencil. Mechanical pencils are absolutely lightweight because they are made of plastic having a very thick lead inside. Because there are no wooden components with it, the risk of catching fire and creating dust are widely eliminated. Nonetheless, the pencil lead still creates graphite dust that conducts electricity. So guys, have you ever heard of grease pencils? At least I hadn't heard of it before we started making this video. So basically, these were pencils as an early substitute for wooden pencils. These pencils were used on plastic slates in Soviet space programs. This pencil is also pretty simple to use, again with no moving parts unlike the mechanical one. It has a paper shroud that is to be peeled back when we need to use it. Paper wrapper has to be disposed of, which is one big task for the astronauts. The next ones are the felt tip pens. Even we use them in our assignments and stuff to, darken our letters or to do our design or something like that. They are designed around low viscosity and therefore have a specific operating temperature and pressure. Even these were used by NASA in Apollo missions. So tada, here's the thing you guys were waiting for, the solution of course. The Fisher pen has come to save us all. Sorry. This was developed independently and privately in the 1960s with NASA purchasing 400 pens at $6 each, followed by the Soviets. So why is this Fisher pen so special? The coolest thing is that this pen does not need gravity. It has got ink in front of a pressurized area of the tube, so the pressure constantly keeps on pushing ink towards the ball. Or normal ballpoint pens are opened to permit ink to be fed to the point. So unlike these regular ballpoint pens, the Fisher pen has its own distinctively and uniquely designed characteristics of the ink and high manufacturing tolerances of the ballpoint and the circuit. And it has an absolutely closed design. The ink runs to the ballpoint by gas pressure, which allows the pen to write in any position you want. The closed design keeps the pen from drying out, which is a great advantage, and it gives these pens a shelf life of approximately 100 years. This pen works in zero gravity, vacuum, extreme temperatures, as well as on wet and greasy paper. It has a thixotropic ink. Thixotropic means liquids whose viscosity is time dependent. These Fisher pens have been used by both NASA and Soviet Russian astronauts on Apollo, Shuttle, MIR and ISS missions. Well, Fisher pen is definitely special, but red Sharpie and felt tip pens work well too. However, in space it is generally hard to write because there isn't anything easy to write up against, like a wall or anything. And if someone wants to take a lot of notes, he can be a bit lazy and anytime use a tape recorder.